Hello students, this is Shailaja Vibhute, lecturer, KLS Gokte PU College of Commerce and Science, Belagavi. Students, we have already discussed when cells are connected in series. As we know, when cells are connected in series, current remains the same, potential divides. Today, let us learn when cells are connected in parallel, how to get expression for equivalent EMF and equivalent internal resistance. So for that, first let us see when cells are said to be connected in parallel. Cells are said to be connected in parallel when negative terminals of all the cells are connected to one common point. Hope you are remembering. Cell means one positive terminal and one negative terminal will be there. So for parallel connection, what we have to do? All the negative terminals are connected to one common point and positive terminals are connected to another common point. Then we can say cells are connected in parallel. So in parallel combination, what happens? Potential remains the same, but current divides. So now let us learn how to get expression for equivalent EMF and equivalent internal resistance of the parallel combination of two cells. For that, first we have to consider two cells. Say this is first cell. Let EMF of that cell, let it be E1 and its internal resistance, let it be R1. Now let us connect one more cell, that is second cell. Its EMF, let it be E2 and internal resistance, let it be R2. If you observe the circuit diagram, positive terminal of first cell, positive terminal of second cell are connected to one common point. Similarly, negative terminal of first cell and negative terminal of second cell are connected to one common point. This is called parallel combination. So here I1 and I2, let it be currents through first cell and second cell. I be the main current and E1, E2, just now I told it is E1 and E2 are the EMFs. R1 and R2 are the internal resistances. One more circuit diagram you are observing here. It is called equivalent circuit diagram. Here you have to draw single cell and its EMF you have to take it as E equivalent and internal resistance you have to take it as R equivalent. And in between both the cells, common potential is taken as V. V is common potential, but current divides as I1 and I2. So now let us see how to get the expression and how to use, means which formula we have to use. For that, let us take the formula which we have taken for even series combination, that is E is equal to V plus IR. E is EMF, V is potential, I is current, small r is internal resistance. Here you shift the term and write it as IR is equal to, means you are shifting V. So if you shift V, you will get IR is equal to E minus V. Now write I is equal to, you will get E minus V divided by R. Let us name it as equation 1. Now you apply this formula for first cell, that is current sent by first cell. First cell current, how much it is? I1. Its EMF is E1. Internal resistance is R1, but V remains the same. So if we apply, we will get I1 is equal to E1 minus V divided by R1. Name it as equation 2. Similarly, apply it to second cell. For second cell, current is I2, EMF is E2, internal resistance is R2, common potential is V. So I2 is equal to what you will get? E2 minus V divided by R2. Name it as equation 3. Means what you have done here? You have applied the formula for first cell and second cell. Means you got the value of I1 and I2. Because in parallel combination, I is equal to I1 plus I2. Now you have to substitute values of I1 and I2 from equation 2 and equation 3. If you substitute, you will get E1 minus V divided by R1 plus E2 minus V divided by R2. Now what to do? Let us take LCM. So LCM of these two will be R1, R2. So if it is R1, R2, now what you have to do? First term, you have to multiply it by R2. Second term, you have to multiply it by R1. So if you multiply it by R2, what you will get? E1 into R2 minus VR2 plus, then come to this one, it is E2 R1 minus VR1 divided by R1 R2. So what you have done here? You took the LCM. First term you have multiplied it by R2 and second term you have to multiply it by R1. So you will get E1 R2 minus VR2 plus E2 R1 minus VR1 whole divided by R1 R2. If you observe this one, here E1 term and E2 term are this side, no? So we will first take E1 E2 term, so that in these two you can take V common. So if we take V common, what you will get? I is equal to E1 R2 plus E2 R1 minus V is common, so take V common into bracket. What remains? R1 plus R2 whole divided by R1 R2 as it is. Now what you have to do? This R1 R2, no, you shift it to this side, means cross multiply. What you will get? I R1 R2 is equal to this side, whatever it is, repeat it same. E1 R2 plus E2 R1 minus V into bracket R1 plus R2. So what you have done here? You have cross multiplied this R1 R2 here. Okay. Then now what you have to do? You want expression for V now. So interchange this one, means you shift minus V term to this side and take this I term to this side. What you will get? See, you will get V R1 plus R2, means you have shifted this side, is equal to E1 R2 plus E2 R1. Now you are shifting I term to this side, means it becomes minus. So minus I into bracket R1 R2. Now what you have to do? This R1 plus R2 bracket, you have to shift it this side. So if you shift it this side, what you will get? See here. V is equal to, you are shifting R1 plus R2 to this side. So whole divided by you will get, instead of writing whole divided by then taking it separately, here you can write the term separately, that is E1 R2 plus E2 R1 divided by R1 plus R2 minus I R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So let us name this equation as 5. Now what we have to do? We have to replace both the cells by a single cell, that is called equivalent cell. Its EMF let it be E equivalent and internal resistance let it be R equivalent. Means when the combination is replaced by an equivalent cell of EMF E equivalent and an equivalent internal resistance R equivalent. Apply the formula. What you will get? V is equal to E equivalent minus I R equivalent. Name it as equation 6. Now compare equation 5 and equation 6. So what you will get? E equivalent will be, means LHS part is V, RHS part, if you see, first term is E equivalent in equation 6. In equation 5 it is E1 R2 plus E2 R1 divided by R1 plus R2. So this is for E equivalent. Then similarly for R equivalent it is R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So this derivation is important. It carries 5 marks. Very simple mathematical steps are taken here. Practice it properly. So question will be asked for find the expression for equivalent EMF and equivalent internal resistance when cells are connected in parallel. Hope you understood the mathematical steps. Now based on this we can point out some important note here. In that, first one is for n identical cells. N identical cells means having same EMF, that is E. We will get E equivalent is equal to E. In parallel combination of cells, the total EMF of the combination of cells is equal to EMF of one cell. And the reciprocal of total internal resistance is equal to the sum of reciprocals of internal resistance of each cell. Usually in the problem, if two cells are connected in parallel, to find the value of current in the circuit, we can use this formula which is mentioned here, that is I is equal to E equivalent divided by R plus R equivalent, where capital R is external resistance. To get E equivalent you have to use the formula which we have got after the derivation. Similarly R equivalent should be calculated, then you have to substitute and you have to get the value of current in the circuit. Now let us see some definitions. First let us take electrical energy. It is the energy dissipated in a resistor or in a circuit. So what is electrical energy? It is the energy dissipated in a resistor or in a circuit. Then to get the formula for energy dissipated in a resistor, you can use W is equal to VIT. For a circuit, if you want to write the formula, it will be W is equal to EIT. Difference is V is potential difference across the resistor and E is the EMF of the cell. Now what is meaning of electrical power then? It is the electrical energy dissipated per second in a resistor or in a circuit. Even we can write the formula to calculate electrical power in a resistor. P is equal to VI. And electrical power in a circuit, if you want to write, it is P is equal to EI. We can get expression, we can write expression for power, that is P is equal to VI, but you can express it using even Ohm's law in other forms also, that is I square R and V square divided by R. Now let us see what is meaning of power loss. As we already know this one, electricity is generated in power station. and the power generated must be transmitted to consumer through transmission cables. Then definitely there is a power loss in the transmission cables due to resistance. So this loss is called transmission loss. Here how to get that formula P is equal to I square R is shown. You have to use Ohm's law. V is equal to IR. Substitute it here, you will get I square R. Or you can substitute for I, you will get V square by R. We have to learn Kirchhoff's rules. Why these Kirchhoff's rules are introduced? Because Ohm's law is used to analyze only simple circuits. Analyzing the circuit means what? Finding the values of unknown. We can find the value of current, resistance, if it is a simple circuit using Ohm's law. But if it is a complicated circuit, it cannot be analyzed using Ohm's law easily. Such circuits can be analyzed using Kirchhoff's laws, which can be applied both AC and DC circuits. Now to learn these Kirchhoff's laws or rules, first we must be familiar with some words. In that first word is electrical network. So what is electrical network then? It is the complicated arrangement of circuit elements. Circuit elements means you can take resistor, capacitor, cells. Okay, if these are arranged in a complicated manner, then it is called electrical network. You can see one electrical network. So many resistors are connected here. So now you can call it as electrical network. Junction or node. It is a point in an electrical network at which more than two currents meet. More than two conductors meet, you can say. So in the electrical network, you are observing some letters here, A, B, C, D, E, F. In that, just observe the point A. Here R1 and R3, R2, they meet at one point. Now you can call this A as junction or node. Similarly, observe this point P in this electrical network. At B, R3, R5 and R4, these three resistors meet at this point. So now you can call this B as node or junction. Okay, like that you can identify the junction or node in an electrical network. Now let us see what is electrical loop or mesh. Loop means what? It is closed one. So electrical loop means it is closed path for circulation of current in an electrical network. Closed path means now just I will name one loop here. A, B, E, F, A. So A, B, E, F, A. It is one closed loop now. Means it is electrical loop. So while writing for electrical loop, which letter you will start? End it to that alphabet only. For example, if you start it from B, one more loop let us name. B, C, D, E, B. So this is one electrical loop or mesh. So try to remember these. These are important definition to understand Kirchhoff's laws. Let us continue. Thank you.